Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and welcome to LifeSpa.com, where we prove ancient medical wisdom with modern science. And today I want to talk to you about some ancient medical wisdom, something called leech therapy. Medical leech therapy was approved by the FDA in 2004 for a handful of therapeutic benefits, including cancers and diabetes and hypertension, varicose veins, phlebitis, hormonal issues, arthritis, and a host of other concerns leech therapy was used for. I want to talk about this from the ancient wisdom perspective. The technique was originally created in Ayurvedic medicine by the Ayurvedic doctors using leeches called Rakta Mokshana. Rakta means blood, Mokshana means the therapy to clean the blood. So Rakta Mokshana is the ancient therapy. It is one of the only therapies that has been used from 3,000 years ago in Ayurvedic medicine right through the Middle Ages, and in fact still being used today. The leeches that are used are called Rudra medicinalis, which is a very specific type of leech that they use that has the ability to pull toxins out of your body. I know this sounds incredibly gross, but also they call it the leech spit. They spit antimicrobial agents. They produce anticoagulation agents. They produce analgesic agents. They anti-inflammatory agents. So they actually put back into the blood something that actually is quite beneficial for us, including pulling the lymphatic fluid out of the body. Very, very often after someone has a leech therapy, which, by the way, you can go to my website and read the article about leech therapy. You can find a local certified medical leech therapist in your area, and you can experiment that. And you could also get some, just go and donate blood too, but I want to describe the difference between the two, and why maybe we all should be donating blood. And maybe bloodletting, which is one of the 5 most powerful Ayurvedic therapies from thousands of years ago, is still today something considered incredibly beneficial for us, is to give blood or to bloodlet. So we'll talk more about that in just a second. But it's important to know that the leech therapy, which is something quite unique, will actually pull lymphatic fluid as well. Many times after someone has a leech therapy session, the tissue, the abdomen, whatever they're trying to pull extra weight or fat or tissue out, will actually ooze lymphatic fluid for a period of time. A really great way to deal with underlying lymphatic issues, in addition to the host of concerns that leech therapy has been, used for. And very similarly, we see benefits when you give blood. Giving blood has been shown to support, reduce the risk of diabetes, supports cognitive function, it reduces cancer risk, obesity risk, it supports the health and integrity of the heart and nervous system, balances hormones, deals with joint pain. So these are all things that both getting extra blood out of your body can do. So I wrote this article, not that everybody should run out and go get leech therapy, although, maybe that is something that we should all be doing, although it's not available everywhere. It hasn't really caught on, as you might imagine, but it is a FDA approved medical therapy, which is really interesting because there really is very, very little risk, if any risk, with getting leech therapy. So that's one thing. The second thing is, when should we go and get our blood drawn or donate blood? People who are regular donators of blood have all across the board 23% decreased risk of cancers of all kinds. The studies go on, like I just mentioned. When you give blood, the health index is going to be better, something we should think about. Maybe the most important piece of the puzzle is iron. Increased iron in the body is linked to a host of health concerns, and it's insidious. We store iron in the form of ferritin, which is stored in our body. So whenever you get your next blood test, make sure that you get your ferritin levels checked, because ferritin, if it's higher, the normal range is between 20 and about 80 nanograms per milliliter. If it's higher than that, then you should definitely be thinking of getting your blood donating some blood and getting some blood out of your body on a regular basis. Women, lots of studies support the concept that the menstrual cycle is the woman's way of getting rid of extra iron, and thus studies are indicating or suggesting that that might be one of the reasons why women live longer than men, is because they have so many years of getting rid of the extra iron. Men don't do that nearly as well. So it's something that very, very important. Men who have 2 times the risk of diabetes, much of that is linked to excess iron in the blood. So there's a ton of research that I've written about in this article, Medical Leech Therapy. So read about that and learn more about that. But also make sure next time you go and get some blood work done, get your ferritin levels checked. And if they're high, you can prevent and do yourself a great service in the area of health prevention by getting the ferritin levels down in between 20 and 80 nanograms per milliliter. Very, very important. The other piece of the puzzle is realizing that leech therapy and donating blood was one of the ways the body used, Ayurvedic medicine used to detoxify, to get the waste out of the body. So they had detoxifying procedures thousands of years ago, suggesting that detox was important even back then. Now we have 4 billion pounds of chemicals dumped in the American environment every single year. 2 million of them are cancer causing. There's a significant amount of toxic exposure. Our digestion / detoxification systems are the same. So if you don't digest well, let's say you don't eat wheat and you have problems digesting certain foods, this suggests that your detox systems are compromised as well. So in Ayurvedic medicine, they were all about, let's use ghee as a cleansing, chelating agent to pull impurities out of your body as part of our free 4-day short home cleanse or our longer Colorado cleanse. Those are things to think about. There are herbs that are natural chelators, chlorella and cilantro and shilajit, a great herb, and garlic. All of these are natural chelators. And we have a formula called chelation support that I take that probably a month out of every year and just chelate any extra heavy metals out of my body because they're there and our digestive system is designed to handle them. But is it designed to handle them in the amounts that we're exposed to today? Probably not. So many of those hard to digest, fat soluble heavy metal chemicals will get into your digestive system, go undigested, get uptaken into the collecting ducts of your lymphatic system, which is where they go. The lymph can't handle it. They end up being stored in fat deposits around your body, including your brain. And we have many studies showing that people have more mercury in their brain than they should be. Yes, we have lymphatics to drain the brain to the tune of 3 pounds per year while you sleep at night. But if those lymphs are congested because your digestion is clogged, you're not going to drain those wastes as well as you could. And we start storing and accumulating toxicity. So at the end of the day, whether you're going to buy some leeches or go to a medical leech, you wouldn't buy leeches. You go to a certified medical leech therapist and do that. Or start donating blood on a regular basis, which is another great way to do. Absolutely get your ferritin levels checked to make sure that this is an urgent need for you. And then start thinking about regular detoxification, regular chelation therapy to give yourself the protection you need from the toxic world we live in. All of this is written in the video and in the newsletter that I wrote with all the science to back it up. So check it out at lifespa.com/leech therapy. And it's right on the homepage today if you want to just go there and take a look at it and read that article. Pretty compelling stuff. Again, ancient wisdom proved now by modern science. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.